I'm Michelle Cunningham. I'm the manager at Little PD State Park. I'd love for you guys to come spend the day with me. So one of the first things that I do when I get to the park is come into our office. So come take a look at what it looks like inside. So as a manager, a lot of what I do is in the office. I still do outside. I'm at a small park, so I still clean bathrooms. I still check on shelters and campers and do some of the other things you're going to see today. But I also do a lot of paperwork, submit a lot of purchase orders, check a lot of emails, and I also do office hours. So that is about to start here in a few minutes. We'll see some guests.
Yes, me too.
How many parks have you been to?
Oh.
But we like this one.
Well, we like that you like this
We
one.
come here every October.
Nice.
At least every October.
And do you want a copy of your receipt? It's either printed or not that fancy.
It's fine.
You can sign that for me. There's a pen right there. There you go. You folks have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Good to see you again. So one of the things that we do is we count how many visitors we've seen throughout the day so that we can know how many people visit the park every year. So each day we take a look at how many cars have entered the park and also how many campers that we have. So we enter some of that information here, the vehicle count, take that into, put it in here, and we save that. So we get a total visitor count number and we save that. So Little PD State Park is a non-admission park. There's about 8 or 9 parks throughout the park system that do not charge for admission. We have a donation box. So anything that we make here at the park goes straight to the park. So we have our donation box here. Any campers that reserve their campsite, that comes to our park here. And then we also have the store. The only ways that our park makes money are through those avenues. We also have a fish feeder outside that you can put quarters in. We get quite a few folks in the summertime who feed the fish, and then that money comes into a donation box as well. So once we get all those numbers, every day we come in here and account for that. We put in the amount of money that we have for the day. And then at the end of the week, I go over all those numbers and make sure they amount to the same thing that we have on paper as in the computer. As the manager, I sign off on that, and then we submit all that paperwork to Columbia, where our central office is. So other paperwork that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be working on checking our purchase order for a new roof for one of the residential houses here at the park. It's just like any other house, it has to have maintenance done to it. So we're working on that. We're also looking at our vendor list to see who we can come out, and we have to have our chimneys swept and our air ducts cleaned, the dryer vents cleaned as well. So a lot of folks don't think about that stuff when they come to visit a park. They're here, they're outside, they're enjoying nature. But for those of us who live on park, we still have to take care of those things, just like we do for our day use bathrooms. We get a purchase order out for a new roof for that one and for the shelters. I'm also going to be looking at different designs for our day use area. We're really hoping to bring a swimming area back to Little PD next year. So we'll be cleaning out part of the lake, getting estimates on sand to bring that in, buoys, signs, flotation devices and whatnot, so that folks will have a good time when they're out here. Also working on getting a new septic portion for our day use bathroom. It continues to clog because people put paper towels down our bathroom toilets, and that does not work out very well. So we're trying to figure out a way to make that a little bit easier on our septic system. All of that stuff are requests, but they also have to make sense with our budgets. So I go into the computer, take a look at how much we have already spent for the year, how much we're going to have available. So now we're gonna drive to the campground and check on our visitors and see if anybody needs anything. So we just planted some new flowers over by our donation box, and it hasn't rained in a while, so we're gonna go water those. All right, let's go check the use. All right, now we're gonna go to the shop to get the tools to work on the bikes. So we recently got some bikes here at Little PD State Park. We're going to start renting them out for visitors who come. So I just want to check the tire pressure and the chains and whatnot on here. We've got some cold weather recently, so I just want to make sure the tire pressure is good. All right, let's test it out. I think we have a winner. All right, so this is our longleaf pine trail. For the locals, it's affectionately known as the Pink Trail. You'll see why when we get to the pink markers. But when Little PD was first made, LaFawn Norton made a lake. Well, he made Lake Norton, which is the 54-acre lake that we have. But then close to his house, he also made a small pond because he loved to fish. And that was the original Boy Scout camp. No manager has really been fishing here for several years. And I wanted to bring part of that history back to Little PD. So we've now put in some trailside tent sites. They're primitive and they are open to rent. When you rent that, you have the ability to actually fish in that pond down there. So let's go see it. With the trailside sites, you have to park behind us, which you'll see on the way back. And then it's about a 0.3 mile hike in to the site. And our trail system currently is about 3 miles. So if you've never done trailside or backpacking before, this is a great way to get some introduction to that while still being in the safety of a park on a very easy trail, surrounded by nature, but within easy walking distance of our day use bathroom. Or if you really needed some help, you can contact a ranger really easily. So here at what we call the Manager's Pond camping area, the trail does continue on up through there. It's delineated by this split rail fence here, and we'll take a look at what our sites look like. So we have 3 primitive camping sites. This is site T1, and we have 2 more. This is the first one. Let's go take a look at the other 2. This is our second site, and the other 2 have the metal fire pits. This one has the rock fire pit. The Boy Scouts, we get several troops that come in, and Greg and his troop actually helped clear a big portion of this area. So there's no way we could have done this without their help. We really appreciate the Scouts when they come help us. This is site 3. It's actually my personal favorite because you can't quite see it, but just over that ridge is the Manager's Pond. For me personally, this is one of my favorite areas of the park. It's really quiet, minimal traffic noise. Very few folks come back here. So I like to come and relax here sometimes when nobody else is around and enjoy the beauty and the nice clear water of the Manager's Pond. Thanks for spending the day with me here at Little PD State Park. We hope to see you soon.